All right, I think we can go ahead and get started. Thanks again for joining us, Felix.
You're welcome.
We can start off with a question from Rock Kabako with Masson Sports.
Hey, Felix. What was it about the Orioles that convinced you that they were the right fit for you?
The opportunity. I think the opportunity that I got here, it's a lot of young guys and come over here and, I didn't play last year at all. So to come over here and have the opportunity and they give me a chance to come over here and compete and get a spot on the rotation. So I think that's what I made the decision.
Next, we have a question from John Mioli with the Baltimore Sun.
How's it going, Felix? I'm wondering how you felt last year in spring training as you were pitching with the Braves and starting to ramp back up a year later after not pitching during the season. How's your arm feel? How do you feel like your stuff is reacting so far?
I know I didn't play last year, but actually I prepared myself during the off season. I feel really good. My body feels good. My arm feels really, really good. So I'm just getting here prepared and go out there and compete and do what I need to do to get a spot in the rotation.
For anyone just joining, if you have a question for Felix, you can drop your name in the chat. Next, we'll go to Dan Connolly with The Athletic.
Felix, you mentioned there's a lot of younger guys on this team. You were 19 when you debuted. You have a lot of experience. How much can you kind of give that to those guys, and how much are you going to kind of be that mentor, take that mentor role?
I've been talking to the guys all the time. Doing the PSP, doing the drills that we do on the field. They ask a lot of questions, and I'm open too. So it's just to be a mentor and it's just to give you my perspective of the game and my experience. I'm having fun over here.
Rich Dubroff, BaltimoreBaseball.com.
Hey, Felix, how difficult have the last few years been for you? The couple in Seattle and last year.
Well, the couple in Seattle because I wasn't healthy. I was going through a lot of injuries and I wasn't having fun. Last year, I opted out because of all the things going on in the war. But right now, I'm really, really feel good and I'm ready to go.
Next, we'll go to Stan Charles with Pressbox. Stan, go ahead.
Hey, Felix, I'm wondering, those injuries, have they forced you to have to change the way you approach pitching from being maybe a predominantly power guy?
Actually, not because my velocity declined about 4 years ago. The last 2 years I wasn't healthy at all. But right now I'm not, the hard thrower that I was before. I'm just kind of like a smart pitcher. Trying to go in the corners and mix with all my breaking balls. So it don't make any difference, but you get to be a little bit smarter.
Kevin Richardson, Baltimore Sun.
Felix, what are the goals you set out for yourself this season?
Stay healthy. That's the only goal for me.
Next, we'll go to Steve Molesky.
Felix, when you were having good results with the Braves last spring, what was going well? And do you feel that same will go well now, or will you need to see hitters to know that?
That's a good question. I need to see hitters, but I feel really confident in what I feel right now. The success that I have in spring training last year is because I was preparing myself, the off season, and now I'm really, really prepared too. So I can't wait for the game to start.
John Mioli, go ahead.
Felix, you mentioned your evolution as a pitcher over the last few years. What kind of conversations have you had with the coaches on what you do well and what can best make you an effective pitcher for the Orioles this year?
It's a lot of stuff. New stuff like the rack soto. How do you throw? How do you angles of your arm and everything. But actually, we don't talk that yet. I throw my first whooping yesterday, and I feel really good. And it's just the start.
Dan Connolly, go ahead.
Yeah, Felix, you obviously pitched well in the spring last year and then decided to opt out. Can you kind of talk us through why you opted out and in retrospect, whether that was a good decision for you?
Because I want to be healthy and I want to stay with my family. That was my decision.
Go back to Stan Charles. Stan, go ahead.
Felix, it's been a while since we've had a pitcher in Baltimore who's made the kind of money you've made in your career. I'm wondering.
I don't make that kind of money this year.
I know that I'm not this year. That's what I wanted to know. So what still drives Felix Hernandez at 35 to want to pitch?
First of all, 34.
34, I apologize.
No, don't worry. The Hall of Fame. I think I had a shot to go in the Hall of Fame, and but I had a few numbers that I had to keep it up, and like wins and strikeouts. So if I get to those goals, I think I'm gonna be shoved to the Hall of Fame.
David Lorillo with Fangraphs. Go ahead.
Hey, Felix. You're known for having a good changeup. Have health issues and declining velocity impacted your usage of it and the way that maybe you grip or get action on it? And do you see that changing going forward?
Keep going.
No, and do you think that going forward you're going to have exactly the same changeup that you always have?
I mean, I still had him, still got him. I mean, but it's the way you use it. I mean, I don't have the only changeup. I have curveball, has slider, has good sinker. So it's like how you approach hitters and how do you like mix all your pitches. But I don't think with decline on my fastball, the change is still there.
Right. So same changeup you've always had.
Yeah, but a little slower.
Does that matter?
No, because it's got good dissection.
All right, we've got one final question from, it looks like two quick final questions. First, we'll go to Joe Trezza with MLB.com.
Yeah, Felix, you mentioned the Hall of Fame. I'm curious, are there any specific milestones that you feel like you need to reach, or a certain amount of time you still need to play?
Actually, I just said it. I just said it like 2 questions ago. I would say the strikeouts and wins. If I get to 250, I think no to 200, and like 3,000 strikeout, I think I had a shot to Hall of Fame.
Thank you.
I had the numbers. Let me tell you something. I had the numbers because I got the innings, I got strikeouts, but I think my goal is to get to 3,000 and 200 wins.
Thank you.
And Jerry Coleman with 105.7. Do you have a question?
I do. Felix, in terms of staying in shape during your year off and getting back into that routine, I mean, it was only 60 games last year. So how do you have to control yourself in terms of not getting hurt and try and knock on wood to stay healthy so you can get to the regular season?
I mean, it's the way I prepare myself during the off season. I mean, I've been throwing a lot. Been throwing with my brother pretty much all year. And I was been in the gym all the time. So I think I'll be fine.
All right, I think that's all the questions we have. Thanks, Felix, for joining us.
You're welcome, guys.
And thanks, everyone, for jumping on. We'll be back at 1 with Chris Holt.
Thank you, Felix.
Peace out.